Facebook's up. Waiting on the edit four, edit three. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Once again, welcome to the Sports Time New Orleans Sports Podcast live stream edition for Tuesday, July 30th. We're gonna be going over news headlines, and also we'll have the Saints training camp video recap tonight. And on tonight's show. So we're waiting for everybody to come on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. So if you want to come on in, if you're on Facebook, come on in and comment to me. So we're on. So waiting for everybody to come up. So we got 3 out of 4 on. So we're waiting for the YouTube stream to come up. So it should be a few minutes. Please, like I said, once again, please expect if you're on these platforms, please expect a 6 second delay between network and also the platform. So that's the deal. I can't do anything about the delays. So please bear with us. So that's hopefully we'll be on. So let's go ahead and switch over. We will have MLB scoreboard update and also minor league scoreboard update at this hour. So if you want to come in and talk to me, come on down. We're also recording on the Anchor.fm for the podcast. You can um, access it through Anchor.fm. I'll also put a link up on the Facebook page for you to access it easy. So that will that's how we're gonna go tonight. So let's go ahead. Let me see if we're on Facebook. Yes, we are. Okay, let's go ahead and switch over. Okay, everything's on the screen. So let's begin with MLB scoreboard update. Every MLB scoreboard update at this hour at 7:17 Central Time. Let's begin looking at scores. We're waiting on the scores to come up. So, okay, MLB scoreboard update at once again 7:17 Central Time. I got to keep repeating it. 8:17 on the um, East Coast. Okay, Braves going into the fourth inning up 5-0. Also, Giants are scoreless against the Phillies. Also, it is the D-backs up 3-0. Top four against the Yankees. Also, it is bottom of the third, it is the Red Sox up 2-1. Runners at first and second and no outs. Also, it is bottom of the third, Pirates up 5-0. 1 out. Also, the Astros and Cleveland Indians are playing tonight. Top of the fourth. No score in that game. Runner at first for the Astros, and that's 2 outs. Also, the Minnesota Twins up 2-0. That's in the top of the fourth. They have a runner at second and 2 outs. Also, it's the bottom of the first. It is the Texas Rangers down 1-0 to the Mariners. Also, it is scoreless between the White Sox and Mets. Also, the Blue Jays and Royals are playing tonight. Top of the first. No score. Also, the Cubs and Cardinals are playing tonight. That's a very pivotal NL Central game. So, no score. Top of the first. Also, at 7:40 Central Time, the Rockies and Dodgers will play, and that will be 8:40 on the East Coast as well. Also, let's see, um, 9:07 Central Time, it will be the Tigers and Angels. Also, 9:07 Central Time, it will be the A's and Brewers. Earlier today, the Orioles went 8-5 over um, the San Diego Padres. So that's the scoreboard update for the MLB games that's going on. Let's go to the minor league side, minor league schedule. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the AAA side. Waiting on the screen to come up. So if you want to come in and comment, tell me hi, whatever. We're on all four networks. Let me make sure we're on all four networks. So give me 1 second, everybody. Right now it's still sending for YouTube. So if you want to come in on all three, so it's Facebook, Periscope, and Twitch, come on down. We're waiting for the um, YouTube channel to come up. So hopefully we can see that. So let me check and see if we're on YouTube. 1 second. Let's see if we're up on YouTube. Just want to make sure we're up. We're up and streaming on YouTube. So if we lose a channel, we'll have to switch out. So hopefully we don't have to switch out on YouTube. So we'll see if we're in. Just wait. Yes, we're on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please don't worry. You got the signal, so please don't worry about your signal is on YouTube side. So, okay, let's get back to the scoreboards. Okay, scoreboard update for the AAA level in minor league baseball. It is tied up at 2 between Columbus and Indianapolis. Also, it is Charlotte up 3-2. That's in the bottom of the fourth. Northford is batting. Runners at first and third and one out. Also, top of the fifth, it is Louisville down 2-0 to Toledo. Um, they have a runner at first and one out. Also, it is Albuquerque and Memphis scoreless. Also, it is Round Rock and Fresno scoreless as well. Also, it is San Antonio and Sacramento scoreless. Also, it is let's see, Nashville and El Paso scoreless. Also, Durham and Gwinnett. Gwinnett is up 5-0 in the top of the fourth. Also, later on this evening at 8:05 Central Time, 9:05 Eastern, it will be Oklahoma City taking on Salt Lake City. Also, Reno and Iowa is going to be playing 10:05 Eastern, 9:05 Central. The Baby Cakes are out in Las Vegas tonight. They will take on the Avatars. That will be at 9:05 Central, 10:05 Eastern. Also, it will be Tacoma and Omaha. Also, um, finals from today. Pawtucket wins 7-3 over Lehigh Valley. Also, it's Scranton winning 6-3, and also Rochester winning 10-8 over Buffalo. So that is your AAA scoreboard. Let's go to the AA scoreboard. Okay, your AA scoreboard. Harrisburg up 4-1, bottom 7. Also, it is Erie up 5-1. Also, it is Portland on top 5-3. Also, it is Altoona up 3-2. Also, that's in the going to the fifth. Also, bottom of the fifth, it is Reading up 3-2. New Hampshire up 1-0, top 6. Also, Pensacola up 1-0. They have runners at first and second and 2 outs. Also, Tennessee and Chattanooga tied up at 1, bottom 3. Also, it is top of the fourth. It is Tulsa up 1-0. Also, it is Corpus Christi up 1-0, top 3. Also, bottom 3. It is Mobile up 2-0. Also, it is bottom 3 as well up in Montgomery. Is no score. Also, Biloxi and Jackson even up at 1. That's in the bottom of the fourth. Also, it is bottom one. It is Arkansas on top. No score. So that's in the bottom of the first. Frisco is batting. Also, it is Amarillo up 1-0, bottom one. Also, final score, Altumer wins 6-0. So 6-0 in that game. So that is your minor league baseball and also your MLB score updates. We'll probably have a score update and right after just close to the end of the show. So let's go ahead and talk about tonight's thing. We'll have Saints video recaps tonight. Saints video recap is on tonight. Let's go ahead and play the Sean Payton press conference from earlier today and also Saints players. So we're going to be playing this. Let's go ahead and switch this up. So we'll have this on. So if you want to comment about the Saints or stuff like that, you can come in and state your opinion via Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll have this playing. So let me go ahead and start it up.
One of the things he battles is his weight. I feel like he's in better shape after the workout yesterday. But there's been a limited exposure, but it's been good. And so hopefully we'll get a chance to see more with him at the better weight.
He didn't look heavy today though. Right?
No, but the last time he was in for a workout, he was 15 pounds heavier than he is right now. So we felt like he was in much better shape.
What do you think kind of after the practice today?
I thought it was good. It was third down for the first time, so we went through quite a bit of the third down, situational, down and distance. Again, I thought they handled it pretty well. We'll look at the film and try to get on the corrections here.
What was enticing about picking up Traven again to bring him back to the roster?
Well, look, he's familiar with what we're doing. We were down numbers-wise. He's been training, and we felt when we released him, there was a good chance there'll be a day like today where we were going to be able to bring him back. And so, fortunately, we were able to.
What would you say is special about Keith Kirkwood? Does he have some Marcus Colston in him?
Yeah, I mean, relative to, I would say, number one, he's got good size. He's smart. He's very smart. And I would say he's consistent. You know what you're going to get. And I think Marcus had some of those traits.
Coach, how does this group of returners that's competing compare to the ones you had last couple of years? I know that's a spot you.
That's a good question. We'll see. Without having had really the first-hand exposure to him yet, that's something we're paying attention to. So, I'd wait and reserve judgment until we get a chance to see him really return in some game situations. But it's to be determined right now.
A punt return spot, you said, is a little more.
Yeah, in both areas. I don't know that we've just penciled in someone that we think is going to be our starting guy there. So we've got a handful of guys competing, and we'll get a chance to look at him. I know Alvin could go back there and play in either role, but more importantly, who else can help us in that area.
Coach, you often say that you don't really understand what team you have until at least the first quarter of the regular season passes by. Is there a milestone during training camp where you'd like to know what you have before the start of the regular season?
I don't know in training camp that you get that luxury. Certainly you're trying to find out as much as you can about your players. We're young in certain positions. We've got experience in certain positions, and yet it's a different team than a year ago. And so I think that that process obviously begins during training camp, but I think to say that you have a pretty good feel for it. I don't know that that's the case. I mean, certainly there's optimism in a number of areas. You know, we've got a lot of returning guys that have played not only in regular season, played a lot of postseason football. Hopefully we can keep improving so that when we get started, you know, we start playing with confidence early on, and you know, understanding the importance of any part of your schedule, no different than the first part of your schedule. So I think that is something that evolves a little bit.
What you guys need to replicate some of the defensive consistency you had towards the end of last season?
Say it again.
What do you guys need to do to replicate some of the
Well, look, I thought we played the run well. I think that's going to be important. I thought we took the ball away well towards the latter part of the season. So hopefully, I've seen it. You know, it's something you coach, you work on. You know, in trying to be, you know, smart assignment-wise with where you're supposed to be.
Sean, what's your impression of the young backup linebackers that we see on film? Beagle, Caden Ellis.
Beagle's a guy that'll compete, you know, as a kicking game player, and also as a backup linebacker. Ellis is someone that we feel like when we drafted him is smart. Of course, Craig we're more familiar with because he's been in those roles. You know, all of those guys, you know, how do they function when they're playing defense, and then how do they function, you know, in the coverage units or in the return game?
Sean, when you bring in a new piece, kind of like Cook, how does the process work between trying new things that maybe his skill set can help you out schematically, and also just you got to still get him to know what you guys are doing? But how do you kind of stretch?
I think it's both. I think you're expanding always, and you're looking at things that fit what you're doing. The way it's called, your terminology, your system stays intact. So, you know, he's learning that and has picked that up well. I think it's a little bit of both. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next clip. Let's go ahead and play the next clip over. Give me 1 second. Switch it over.
Hey, Ryan, how different is it for you playing, and I guess everybody across the offensive line with a new guy in there? How much does that change things?
You know, it changes it a little bit. You know, Eric and those guys who are working in there. You know, it's definitely we got to work on communication. We got to work on the little things that, you know, we had with Max, and you know, I think the guys that are in there are doing a good job, and we're going to continue to work on that.
In the same vein, the consistency elsewhere is there. I'm sure that helps when you're playing next to the same guys. You know?
Say that again.
The consistency elsewhere on the line is there. You know, the continuity that's got to help you.
Yeah, I think so. You know, Teron's working next to Pete, I'm working next to Larry, so that's something we're very familiar with, and us four can really help, you know, the center out.
Y'all played different positions, but you came in similar circumstances to Eric as a draft choice with a chance to play. Is there advice? Is there anything you can do to help him?
Yeah, you know, I kind of just told him, you know, get in the playbook, because once you're out there, you don't want to be thinking, oh, what do I got to do on this play? Do I got to do this, that? You want to be able to just go out there and play fast, play hard. So, you know, that was my biggest piece of advice, I guess.
What have you seen from him?
I think he's a smart player. You know, he picked up the playbook really well, and you know, obviously, rookie year, you got a lot of pressure on you. You're going to have mistakes, you're going to have screw ups, but I think he's been dealing with it well and being able to move on to the next play.
Ryan, with your experience now in the NFL, what would you say that has been probably the most difficult playing at the NFL level? Is it pass blocking or run blocking, or because you're viewed as one of the top tackles? How do you perceive now where you at with your game as far as run blocking and pass protection?
You know, it really depends. Some run blocks are harder than some pass protection, so it depends what the play is, what the protection is, how many guys you got protecting. So there's a lot of different scenarios, but I don't think I can pick one with, you know, to say which one is harder to do. So.
You know, Bobby mentioned you're thought of as one of the best offensive tackles. Now, the All-Pro recognition, is that something that's special to you, or you pay attention to?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, you know, it's awesome to receive that recognition and have people think that about you, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I got to go out there and play and compete, and I got to keep holding that standard and a higher standard. So, something I just got to keep working and keep working all the guys.
Good.
All right, Ryan. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, we'll play another player. Let's go ahead and do that. Give me 1 second. Let me switch this out. So 1 second. Let me do this about 1 second in.
With a Tulane, and obviously, you never know how you end up having an opportunity with the Saints. But what is your feeling with that?
Man, it was amazing, man. It felt like a dream come true. I mean, I had the black and gold cleats while I even played for the Saints, so that's something I've been dreaming of. And they just give me a hard time at the Redskins. They actually like, Rob, who your favorite team? Like the Saints, you know what I mean? So the opportunity to come back here and play in front of my hometown is like awesome.
What was it like when you got the phone call or whatever?
They gave me 2 phone calls. The first phone call, I was a little overweight or whatever. They told me to get my weight down. I came back. I just couldn't miss this opportunity again, and I do what I had to do to get my weight down and to take advantage of this opportunity.
How much did you have to lose?
I lost like 8 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the time frame there from the time you talked to them and lost the weight until now?
I think it was close to the end of OTAs, all the way to yesterday. Yeah.
So what did you do to lose the weight?
I just was running. Try to cut down on my weights a little bit, change my diet, and just ran a lot. Try to get my weight down as fast as I can. Because one thing you know about the NFL, they're not going to wait on you. I mean, opportunities are given, and they're taken back real fast. So I did much as I can to seize the opportunity.
What do you need to do to make the most of this opportunity?
Just come in and do what they ask me to do. Whether it's playing on special teams, catching the ball, running the ball, whatever the team needs me to do to be a part of this program, or this organization.
I saw Alvin talking to you a few times out there. What was he saying to you? Was he giving you any pointers about playbook and stuff, or what?
No, I mean we just was giving each other props on our plays that we made. I mean, just conversing.
What's the hardest part of coming in, on the first day when guys have already been here at camp, kind of are already instilled a little bit, and trying to hit the ground running to make up on some lost time?
I'm just trying to catch up to the playbook, and good thing for me is everybody know I played with Coach CJ at Tulane, and we kind of taking in their playbook also. So a lot of stuff is turned over. Just had to read a few times, like, okay, this familiar. But obviously, they have things in the playbook that I wasn't here when they installed. So it's just catching up on the playbook. I'm gonna hit the ground running. I just gotta know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Where's your off-season or permanent home been the last couple of years?
I'm in New Orleans. Yeah. So when they call me, I just pull up in my car. Yeah.
How long did it take?
All right. Shit, they called me about 15 minutes. Yeah. That was putting clothes on.
Rob, what did you learn through your Redskins experience, coming into the league, and just reflect on that?
I know one thing, the most important thing is probably trying to keep myself healthy. The second thing is just taking advantage of opportunities. When I got to the Redskins, those guys dealing with a lot of injuries and stuff like that. So I was forced in. I was willing to take on them opportunities and challenges. So that's the most important things I learned. And also just that it's a business at the end of the day. I mean, one day things will be fine and dandy, and it's time for the program to move on, organization to move on.
So from a local angle being here, how much have you been doing with high school and Tulane? Have you had time or been able to stay?
I really didn't have time this offseason, but the last 2 offseasons when I was in Washington, I kind of did like free camps at Tulane. I just recently did a camp at Tulane where the rest of the alumni over there. And this offseason, I try to dedicate to just getting back in shape and trying to get back into the league before I step out and try to do other things. I mean, that's the home base, everything else. Yeah.
Just seeing Alvin in person, what's so good about Alvin, just seeing him in person?
I think he's just a even kill guy, and he's confident when you step out there. You know what I mean? He don't do too much talking. He just, he train and go. Yeah.
So did you get the phone call yesterday? When did you get the phone call?
Yesterday. Yeah, they called me. Well, my agent texted me at like 6 in the morning, and I just been up running around ever since.
So
Yeah.
you were asleep when you got the phone call?
Yeah. So I didn't get back home till 8 p.m. Yeah. That was good.
You were anticipating at some point this fall you would land somewhere, and that was the goal, just somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Just happened to be here.
Yeah, I mean, from my aspect, I thought I was going to sign somewhere fairly quickly, but I guess with injuries, people kind of wing away from you and try to see what's really going on with you before they shoot their shot or whatever. But I was anticipating signing early on, but it didn't work like that. And that's kind of how I get in the situation of not being in shape when the Saints call. Kind of like I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
How tough is it just having to wait and not knowing what the future is?
I think it's just tough because it's my first time actually dealing with it. Because like I was a free agent, but I went to the Redskins. I stuck there until the contract was up. So it was my first time going through this process. Yeah. So it was pretty tough. You good?
Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks a lot, Robert.
No problem.
Okay, net a clip. Let's go ahead and play net a clip. Let's go ahead and switch this over. Give me 1 second. Let me try to scroll it over to the edit screen.
Like as a professional, right?
It's super cool. It's an awesome opportunity, and adjusting to it is pretty easy when you got such great guys in that locker room with you. You know, especially, or not easy, I should say, but they're making it as easy as possible. The vets, I mean, DD, Alex, AJ, Sank, Craig, all of them, they are teaching me so much, and they are so fun to be out there with, and they are really making it just awesome for me. It is an amazing opportunity, and I'm loving it.
Okay, what's been the biggest difference now in college to NFL is pass coverage, or what would it be that's a strength, rushing the passer or run defense? How would you describe it?
And everything's a level up, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's the professionals, and I was at a smaller college, so everything is a few levels up. And I got to work on a lot of things. I know I got to work on that pass coverage and the pass rush, all of it. But everybody is so talented and amazing out here that it's all a step up.
You had an interception the other day. How did that feel?
It was super cool. Shout out to Chauncey. He made a great break, broke up that ball for me, and I was just hustling and happened to be there to pick it off. So very thankful for it. And again, shout out Chauncey.
How do you view special teams? 'Cause that's where guys like you make the roster.
Man, it's fun. I love Coach Rizzi and all those guys out there. It's been a blast to learn from them. Obviously, the schematics in the NFL a little different, as in how to play punt, especially in some of the other things. And they're teaching me so much, and it's been awesome to be out there and get to run down that field with some of those guys and learn from those coaches and even be on that field. So it's a blessing.
Is that something you had a lot of experience with in college?
I did play quite a bit of special teams in college. Started all four as a freshman. Played a couple throughout and punt my last year. So I did play in college.
Do you think it's more a question about Breeze? I think your dad sacked Breeze like it's one of his last years in the NFL.
Yep.
You're lining up against him, just to kind of find a novelty in that the very few players you can probably say are still active that your dad played against, that you're getting a chance to play against.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Obviously getting to grow up with my dad in that position was pretty fun, and then now getting to be here and be on a team with someone that he played against is kind of funny to think about, But it's awesome. I'm excited to be out there, and man, it's fun.
Okay, describe to the fans how it was growing up in the NFL family. Really, the whole family involved with football, and what was that like?
Man, kind of cliche, but faith family football. It was fun. You went to my dad's games growing up. I was too young to really pay attention, and I just played with my little action figures during the games. But I remember a couple of them more in Denver than I do. But it's just fun. He was always there. We always loved sports, and he was always there to teach us. And that's something that my dad has been awesome. And he's never forced anything, but he's always been willing to teach us and help us each step along the way. And having that is, I feel like, such a huge advantage. And it's been such a blessing because you really do get to learn so much from someone that's been there, that's done that. And having all your brothers playing. My two brothers are Idaho now, both playing. I got another brother who's getting some offers from D1 schools. And just kind of going down the line, just having everybody play, it's fun. And then our turkey bowls are pretty fun too. We might not be able to have one for a while, but they're a good time.
Your dad kind of outed you when you got drafted and said that you don't like seafood. Have you kind of come around on seafood, and you also kind of got adjusted to the heat, having grown up in the mountains?
The seafood is getting way better. I've had some mahi-mahi. I've had some crawfish. What I love about the food down here is the seafood isn't seafoody necessarily. They've got such good spices on it that it kind of takes away that really natural flavor that isn't my favorite. So no, the way they cook it down here is awesome, and I'm learning slowly. And then the heat, today was nice and rainy, thank goodness. But it's definitely something with the humidity to take into account and make sure you're hydrated.
Is it drastically different? I know that's a stupid question, but I've only lived, is it, can you tell a huge difference in the heat?
I think I've been able to slowly acclimate to it, because I remember during OTAs and stuff, AJ kept telling me, he's like, it's not going to be like this, Caden. It's not going to be like this, Rook. It's going to get hot. And so I think I was lucky to have a slow acclimation, but yesterday it was pretty hot. I was pretty tired, but I guess you can say on the other hand, elevation, so everywhere's got their own little thing that's hard, but it's definitely hot, and you definitely got to make sure you're drinking enough.
Caden, in high school, did you guys play 6-man?
No, we were an 11-man team. Yes, sir.
Was it normal for guys to play both sides of the ball? Because you played quarterback and defensive end, right?
Safety.
Safety.
But yes, yeah, it was normal for us. Obviously, a little weird for the quarterback too. But we were at a smaller D3, 3A Catholic school, and we did it. So it was fun. It was a good time, and it was 11-man though. Yes, sir.
Going into college, then, I mean, like, how much were you kind of a positionless player? I mean, I'm sure there was like a scouting report, like you played XYZ, but like, what was that like when you first went to Idaho? Like,
I actually got recruited by Al Capunu. He played with my dad a little bit in the Pro Bowl, I believe. He was a tight end for the Chargers, and he was our tight ends coach. And he recruited me, but they said a linebacker. But he thought when I got there, he'd be able to take me and steal me and play tight end. So I guess when I was going in, they didn't really know. But when I got there were only, I think, 4 healthy linebackers for spring ball. So they stuck me in there, and it stuck. So I've loved it. I'm so grateful for my time there, and I'm glad I found a home there. So, yep.
It's probably an obvious question, but your willingness to play any, I'm sure you're willing to play any position at the NFL level, right? Like, is it?
Yeah, of course. No, anything. If you want to teach me how to snap, I'll learn. You know, like whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. And it's just such a fun game, you know. And every position has its own things that are so unique and so difficult and such a fun challenge. And I just find that fascinating, the different challenges that each position holds, the different reads, the different techniques. It's fun.
Have you found yourself at certain, I'm sorry, last question,
No
at
worries.
certain positions, like, depending on what day you're playing and what position on the field, like, coaches find you as a trainer at certain spots or anything like that? Like, is that ever like a term that's brought up or no?
Maybe a little bit, but not too much right now. Right now they're really trying to get me to have my position and learn it. And I'm sure after that, maybe they'll branch me out. If not, then it's what they want. So whatever they want. But right now I got to get this playbook down before I can start thinking about all that.
All right, thanks.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
I would say this about this young man, but Kadeen Ellis. Look, he does have to get that playbook down. He absolutely does have to get that playbook down because it's gonna be complicated. But hopefully he will dwell on this this experience with the New Orleans Saints. So we're gonna play the next video clip. So let's go ahead and play the next video clip. Yeah, I'm gonna go switch it over in a second. Let me switch it. So let's go ahead and do this. Give me 1 second to switch over. Should be up in a second. There it is. Okay, JT Barrett's on the thing. So let me go ahead and switch this over. Play back.
Hey, when I get a chance, I really got to be on point.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, that's any time you step on the field. So with that, I try to take it as just my time running the offense, not really overthinking it. So in that, like, if I was getting more reps than I was, it was be the same thing. Like, I'm trying to make sure we're getting positive plays on offense and putting our offense in the right place in order to succeed.
So many players around the league like do special things to train and also watch film and such, earn the break between mini camp and training camp. What did you do?
I just feel like a lot of it was conditioning. I knew I was training in Dallas, back where I'm from, so in that I was just trying to condition for the heat. I mean, last year I was coming from Ohio to New Orleans, so that heat is definitely different. So in that I was just, a lot of it was conditioning, then going over our playbook stuff, just to make sure I was sharp when we got back.
What about after the season and between the season and reported for the off-season workout program?
Yeah, so with that, after the season, took some time off a little bit, but then, if anything, just understanding that, NFL season is a long season, so getting back into it, I did a lot of stuff by myself, just more so like flush type of things, like getting on a bike, running, not really training, like lifting weights, stuff like that, but eventually got to that towards the end of February, March, but still was like understanding that we just finished, so not trying to jump back in too fast.
Would you consider yourself a film junkie?
If you're a quarterback, I feel like that's how you live. So I mean, it's not. I feel like quarterbacks are not junky. It's what we do in order to be prepared. We watch a lot of film as quarterbacks.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from Drew Brees since you started coming here?
I'd probably say his routine. He's obviously played this game at the highest level very well for a long time, and I think part of that is just his everyday routine. He is very disciplined in that, and he understands what works for him and how he goes about preparing for each game. So in that, I think a lot of great players, they have a great routine, and that gets them prepared in order to play well when it comes to Sunday.
And what makes Alvin Kamara such a versatile running back?
I think he's able to run between the tackles and he's able to catch the football. So with that, creates a lot of mismatch problems when it comes to third down and playing man coverage. Him on a linebacker or safety, I feel like that's advantage to us.
Okay, next video, next clip. Let's go ahead and go over to the next clip. I'm about to scroll it over.
Like Coach emphasized, especially for the DB room, we want to start fast and make plays for each other and just be on top of everything on our keys and assignments and awareness. So just hit the ground running, just go out there and play fast.
Vaughn, would you say you're coming off your best season, and if so, why?
I believe so. The game slowed down. Just awareness, just football IQ went up, and just breaking down the game. That's what really helped. Being with AG, just watching film, being with Dub back there, and everybody out there is just the same group, so it just make the game just slow down for each other.
Is that a little bit of everything? Is that more maturity, or is that the familiarity with the guys you're playing with back there?
It's both. Once you go in this game every year, each season is better. They look for a jump and growth from you. And then, like towards the game, it just slows down after you just see over and over the formations and the situations, and the awareness just grows.
Are you in a situation where you're making suggestions to them as to things you will be able to do in this defense, or are they saying, look, well, we feel like we can put you here and have you effective?
It's both, because they want to hear the feedback from the players and how comfortable you are in the system and what makes it easier for you.
You look bigger. You put on weight or muscle, you seem bigger. And was that a conscious effort to do that?
Yeah, it was. I gained about like 10 pounds. Now I'm like 215. I was like 205. So that was a conscious effort for me to just get bigger and stronger and faster. Just to be in the box, be in the back, play in the middle of the field, going against tight ends, hitting linemen. So yeah, just to prepare myself.
You say you put on 10 pounds, that's 10 pounds of muscle. Like, what did you exactly do during the offseason to pack that weight on?
I was in the lab working.
You were in the lab?
I was in the lab working, just grinding with my guys, Marshawn, Eli, Alvin, and a whole bunch of guys around the league, and we were just in there just getting it, competing every day, pushing each other, and just getting better every day.
Does the lab have like cheeseburgers and ice cream or anything like that?
No, nothing like that. We eat clean. Eating good protein, carb, and go out there and just work hard every day.
Where did you train?
In Miami.
Miami?
Yeah.
Hey, Vaughn, you mentioned the tight ends. What's it kind of been like going up against like Jared Cook?
Been great, man. We've been making each other better. He's one of the best in the league. He can run. He's physical at the top of the route, in the route. He stems well. He runs well, and he's just making each other better, just challenging each other every day, just pushing each other to that bar, to that limit. And that's what we need every day. And I'm glad to go against him every day.
Does he remind you of any other tight ends you face in the league since you've been in the league?
No, he's different. I think he's different. He's a whole ball game. He's a whole different other monster. And I'm glad he's on our team.
It's a secondary, the deepest it's been since you've been here, and what makes that unique, just the depth that you have?
Yes, for sure. We got a lot of depth. We can rotate guys in and out. We can play different situations of like positions. Or me and CJ can rotate in the nickel or whatever. You never know who's back deep, because we always just keep that disguise on. And especially just being back there with the corners and the whole group together. We all know each other. We're familiar with each other. We know how each other play. We feed off each other, and we know the ins and outs of each other. So we know situations and how each other go play off there.
You guys did a lot of things well last year. But how do you make the jump from a good defense to an elite defense to be a great defense?
To hold each other accountable. Always compete. Always know the situation. Always talk to each other. Over communicate. Just always know the situation, and just go out there and just over communicate, like I said. And just go out there and just hold each other accountable. Just have fun. And that's how you just keep on growing.
Well, now that you've got your comfort level in this defense, you've been in it several years. How good can you be in this defense?
The sky's the limit. I feel like with me and Doug back there or whoever's back there, how we play off each other. You never know how we're going to rotate down. Just knowing the situation, that's the biggest thing of this game. And let everything else, the guy's ability, take care of himself. But knowing the situation, just having fun with your guys and just playing football.
The down and distance obviously can determine when you guys decide to blitz and whatnot. But you yourself as a rusher, when you blitz, you feel like that's a unique part of your skill set?
For sure, I have a little knack to it. And then me just adding this weight to it, it's just like, man, I could be with power or speed. And it's like I just always just have them on their toes. So I can't wait to see what happens.
Vaughn, when you talk about the depth of the secondary, I know you guys only had him for 3 games last year. How much does it help to have Patrick Robinson back healthy?
It's huge, and to have another vet, another coach on the field. You know, he knows football. His IQ is up there. It's very high. He knows the situations. He knows splits. He knows when formations. He knows when everything's coming. So just having another coach on the field, he's very vocal, and we talk it out on the field to make everything just slow down for everybody.
The team brought him in last offseason. You guys losing that for 3 games. How much did that affect just kind of the ins and outs of that secondary group and just how you guys meshed together?
We all meshed together. It was just next man up mentality. PJ picked it up, and he did well. And everybody, when somebody come in, we never want to have a hiccup. Because everybody get the same amount of reps, everybody get the same amount of intensity, everybody compete. So when we had that situation, it's never a missing beat. So PJ did well for us, but we're glad to have both of them.
When you say you decided to add the weight, is part of that because you've really settled in as sort of a strong safety after you used to sort of be a hybrid, I guess? Or?
I don't want to just label myself as a strong safety. I just want to be named as a safety, very versatile. I could be down on the line of scrimmage, I could be in the box, I could be back deep. And that's what I want to show and put on film.
Vaughn, what do you attribute last year's success building upon what you accomplished as a rookie? Is it all about confidence and just experience, or it looks like you're playing that way going into this season?
For sure, it is about confidence and experience. Being with Coach AG, how he simplified the game for me, and Coach Pete and Coach Lee, and DA just put me in the right situation just to make plays. So it's really about the confidence and the experience, and just going out there just making the play.
How about having that little swagger? You know, you have ball thrower on the sideline, and whoever the receiver might be, they want to flip the ball at you, and then just say, let's do it right back at it.
It's just that moment where you let the offense just draw the line here. We're not gonna let you just run over us and run to the defense. We are here competing, and we are here getting better, and we just letting you know we're here.
How happy are you that you have the day off tomorrow?
For sure. I can't wait to get on the couch, chill. But it's just get a rest on the body and just a little reset button and just going back out here and just having fun, doing the game that we love, that we've been playing since we were younger. So it's gonna be a blessing to have that day off.
Vaughn, from what you've seen so far, for safeties and linebackers, what type of mismatch do you think Jared Cook's going to present to guys this season?
Man, he's going to present a lot with him and Drew. And they get it on their timing, and their timing is everything, and they know each other and they feel each other out. It'll be a dangerous combination. Then you have Mike T on the other side, man. I can't wait to see it. But he presides a lot of mismatches, and he makes the safety lean over there, and he make him respect him because what he's doing right now and how he's filling the void right now. So yeah, he's gonna be a huge cut, a huge mismatch for guys during the season.
His wingspan, the way he high points balls, like does he get balls and you think how did he get that?
Man, I was like, man, he's just blessed with his 6'6" frame, and he's strong. He attacks the ball, and he competes. And I say how he attacks the ball and how he got a strong, and his catch radius is unbelievable. And so yeah.
Vaughn, what is your impression of the safety meeting room? We look in the draft, obviously, they get Gardner, Saquon Hampton. It seems like those guys also playing with confidence and have a lot of flexibility, especially Gardner.
For sure. That's why I always tell them, we go out there and compete, and we go out there and always emphasize about communicating with each other. And when you communicate, it slows down everything for you. It makes you know that the safety got your back, we got your help, know where your help is. Just go out there and just play with swagger, and that's what our DB room is. We play with swagger. We don't take nothing from nobody, and we go out there and compete.
Thanks, Vaughn.
Thanks, Vaughn.
Thank you.
Okay, this concludes the Saints training camp video, day five. If you have any questions about the Saints, please put them through Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch. Give me your impressions of day 5 of Saints training camp. So if you want to come in and comment about the Saints, you can come in and comment about them. So please be advised, we do not allow any trolling of any kind. So do not come up in here and troll, because you will be automatically blocked. So just please listen to what I have to say. Be respectful to everybody, and you'll be fine. So if you have any questions about the Saints, you can come in and comment, state your opinions, with your impressions of Saints training camp day 5. As we go into the preseason game against the Minnesota Vikings, that will be on Friday, August 9th. So if you have any questions or comments, come on down on Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch. We are fielding questions, and we're also fielding comments. So please, once again, keep it respectful. Before we begin, I think nobody's going to come in yet, so they just watch the video. So we will now go to news headlines. Okay, let's begin. Braves up 9-0. That's in the bottom of the 5th. That's a very pivotal game there too for the Atlanta Braves as we approach near the end of the regular season. So it's once again it's 9-0. Also the D-backs up 3-1 going into the 6th. Also it is Houston in the bottom of the 6th up 2-0. Okay, let's talk about wide receiver AJ Green likely to miss multiple games during the season. He is undergoing ankle surgery. Zach Taylor said Tuesday. We're reading the article, so we'll go ahead and play this. This is Ben Bebe. Details on AJ Green, so we'll go ahead and play that in just a second. Let me read the article to you in a second. So he will most likely will miss some games. So let's go ahead and give you his production from last year. Pull it up in a second. I'm waiting on the video, the streams to come up. Okay. AJ Green's production last season, he had 46 receptions for 694 yards.
I felt like we changed the tempos in the game from huddle, no huddle, and different things, and I think that gave us an advantage. And I think at the end of the day, when it came down to it, we made plays when they were there, and we started exactly how you want to start in these games, really hot.
Clearly, and you and A.J. Green was crazy. I mean, and this is one of those deals where, I mean, he had 3 touchdowns in the first half. I mean, what sort of conversation, if any, takes place on the bench when you got that kind of a flow?
Yeah, I just want to stay hot at that point. Keep giving him opportunities. AJ's so good, and the way that he's making plays, making guys miss after the catch, and so anytime you get a chance to get him the ball, we try to do that. And I feel like AJ's the best receiver in the league.
Okay, everything's shut down, so that's we had to switch it over. So apologize for everything, for the audio playing in the background while we're breaking down the stats of his production. He has 6 touchdowns.
The Bengals preseason is off to a rocky start on Saturday as star wide receiver A.J. Green appeared to suffer a lower left leg injury. Green was visibly upset and frustrated as he was carted off the field towards the end of the debut practice under new Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. While Taylor did not have any immediate updates as to the severity of Green's injury, it is different from the right foot injury that kept Green out of the 7 games towards the end of last season. Green is on the final year of his current contract with the Bengals.
Production in the last 5 games. Against the Denver Broncos, he had 1 catch for 7 yards. That was a 7.0 average. Also against Tampa Bay, he had
turning 31 this year, coming off a season-ending toe injury. Stefania, I'm just going to turn over to you. Any concerns about AJ Green from a health perspective for for 2019?
I think naturally we want to see a guy coming off of a toe injury that ended his season that required surgery. You might be a little bit concerned, but consider this. He had a toe injury initially several years ago.
Hold on 1 second. We'll flip it back in. We apologize for all the video playing in the thing. I'm trying to go over the stats. So let me go ahead and try to give you the last 5 games. So wait for the AJ Green stats to come up. Okay. His last 5 games. The game against Tampa Bay.
I felt like we changed the tempos in the game from huddle, no huddle, and different things, and I think that gave us an advantage. And I think at the end of the day, when it came down to it, we made plays when they were there, and we started exactly how you want to start in these games, really hot.
Clearly, and you and AJ Green was crazy. I mean, and this is one of those deals where, I mean, he had 3 touchdowns in the first half. I mean, what sort of conversation, if any, takes place on the bench when you got that kind of a flow?
Yeah, you just want to stay hot at that point. Keep giving him opportunities. AJ's so good, and the way that he's making plays, making guys miss after the catch, and so anytime you get a chance to get him the ball, we try to do that. And I feel like AJ's the best receiver in the league.
Once again, we apologize. We're trying to get the please so this is 6 catches for 112 yards, so 18.7 average. So
The Bengals preseason is off to a rocky start.
off the screen. So I'm gonna say this. Look, he will miss some games. I mean, he's gonna have an ankle surgery. So a lot of fans, I know it's gonna be on social media and it's gonna be platted on it all day long. But the truth of the matter is, look, hopefully he will return and recover. So we'll go ahead and play this guy. His name is Ben Baby. You can reach him at ESPN.com. So we apologize for the during the stat breakdown. We apologize if you couldn't hear the me talk about the stats. So let's go ahead and play the video.
The Bengals preseason is off to a rocky start on Saturday as star wide receiver A.J. Green appeared to suffer a lower left leg injury. Green was visibly upset and frustrated as he was carted off the field towards the end of the debut practice under new Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. While Taylor did not have any immediate updates as to the severity of Green's injury, it is different from the right foot injury that kept Green out of the 7 games towards the end of last season. Green is on the final year of his current contract with the Bengals.
I agree. He is on his final year of contract. So this is from Ben Baby. You can reach him at ESPN.com. That's ESPN.com. So let's go ahead and switch this over. Okay. Let's go ahead and. Okay. MLB reports. MLB finds Bauer for a tantrum, no ban, so that's unfortunate right there for Trevor Bauer to be fined. But truth of the matter is, look, like the old saying, there is no crying in baseball. So that's something. Look, he shouldn't be doing. He's a professional. He's got to act like it. Don't act like a big fucking crybaby. Don't act like a big fucking crybaby because you will be treated like a, you will be sanctioned. That's one thing they will not play with. So that's my take on it. So let's go ahead and play the video. Give me 1 second to switch it over.
Just does get a piece of it. And Bauer overruns the baseball so they don't.
So that's the thing about he's crying about. He's overruns the baseball. Give me a fucking break. You should have made that play. Don't overrun the damn baseball. That's one thing you can't be doing. So that's my take on it. What's yours on Trevor Bauer's little tantrum? Look, sure, it's a little hard, but the truth of the matter is, you're a professional. You got to make those plays. So that's my take on it. This is from ESPN.com. So we just had to show you a little video of it, video clip. Once again, it is 9-0 Braves going into the 6th. Let's go ahead and okay, Dead Ringer on Kingsbury, Muff by Madden Locke. This is Cliff Kingsbury knows many of his players are upset of the Madden ranking. Look, the Madden ranking. Look, I'm gonna say this about this Madden rankings. Look, this stuff is just video games portions of I mean, look, it doesn't mean anything. It means your production means a lot on the field. The Madden ratings don't mean anything. I mean, a lot of people take this very seriously and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, look, it's your production that matters. Not these Madden ratings and all that bullshit and everything that goes with it. So, look, I mean, I wish all these players would stop being so oversensitive about these Madden rankings because, look, they're not really determine how you're going to play this season. So that's my take on it. So if you want to talk about the Madden rankings, you can post your comments via Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch. So we'll entertain your comments and stuff like that about the Madden rankings. So if you think these players are oversensitizing this Madden rankings, you can state your opinion. That's what we're here for. So this is from Josh Weisfeller. You can reach him at ESPN. That's ESPN.com. Okay, let's see what else we got to talk about tonight. Okay, if you want to talk about, let's see, switch this over. Okay, earlier today, the USA women's coach Jill Ellis is stepping down from the U.S. soccer team. Look, that's she had a pretty significant run in the World Cup and also winning 4 World Cups. So whoever will take a place will have some tough shoes to fill. So hopefully they will have somebody that will take a place and most likely have shoes to fill for the U.S. soccer teams. So let's go ahead and switch this all out. The recording is over for the podcast. You can follow it via Anchor.fm. This entire show tonight is on air. So if you want to go there, you can go there and that's Anchor.fm. So we'll have this uploaded and it will be in the video. So my take on it is this: look, if she did her time as USA soccer coach. And then her team went under a lot of scrutiny because of the national anthem and stuff like that, and the things they did at the World Cup. Look, truth of the matter is, look, this U.S. soccer team is going to win World Cups and Olympic gold medals for the foreseeable future. I don't see this team ever falling apart. I will not. I don't see it. So this is from ESPN.com. So let's see. Let's go ahead and go over making the cut. We'll go over the last not making the cut. This is what the PGA cut line is to 65. This is from Mark Schlereth. You can reach. How you doing, Sean? Hill from Twitter. How's everything going tonight? What's your top sports topic? We're here on Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch. What is your sports topic for tonight? How you doing? We're talking about the PGA right now. What's your favorite golfer? And do you have a favorite? So we're just asking you that tonight. Okay, few players will be around for this weekend's PGA Tour starting next season. Also, the PGA Players Advisory Council and also Policy Board will voted last month to reduce the 36-hole cut from top 70 players to top 65 players. So the new rules also eliminate secondary 54-hole cuts. So if there were 78 players, so it's going to come down from 70 players to 65 players. So what you think? Do you think this is a good idea, or you think it's just a bad idea? So you can state your opinion via Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch. Well, go ahead and play this video. So and we'll talk about it. So let me go ahead and play this video.
Disappointed not to be here for the weekend. Unbelievably proud of how I handled myself today, coming back after what was a very challenging day yesterday. And just full of gratitude towards every single one of the people that followed me to the very end and was willing me on. As much as I came here at the start of the week saying I wanted to do it for me, by the end of the round there today, I was doing it just as much for them as I was for me. I wanted to be here for the weekend. Selfishly, I wanted to feel that support for 2 more days. But today was probably one of the most fun rounds of golf I've ever played. Yeah, it's strange saying that, being standing here and having had a bit of success and won this championship before, and just to be battling to make the cut. But to play in front of those crowds today and to feel that momentum and really dig in. It's going to be a tough one to get over. I'll probably rue the finish yesterday, dropping 5 shots in the last 3 holes. But I felt like I gave a good account of myself today, and I can leave here with my head held high. Disappointed not to be here for the week.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this about these new rules going down from 70 players to 65 players. Look, this most likely will be a good idea, because those 70 players that goes in these things, they might not have a chance to win this to win the championship out of those 70 players. So I think 65 would be very suitable. So this is from Mark Slarup. You can reach him at ESPN. It's ESPN.com. So we will conclude tonight. Let's go ahead and conclude tonight's show. Let's go ahead and go over last MLB updates. Let's go ahead and go over that before we sign off for this evening. How you doing? Once again, okay, let's go over some MLB scoreboard updates. If you're a fan of the MLB, what's your team? And we'll show it on the screen. If you can see it, let me know. Okay, Braves up 9-0, bottom of the 6th. Also, the D-backs up 4-1. The Giants down 4-0. That's in the top of the 7th inning. Also, the Astros up 2-0, top of the 7th. Also, it is the Red Sox up 5-4. So right now they're 1 game out of the wild card. So I'm pretty sure if they can gain some ground, I'm pretty sure they'll most likely could get some because the trading deadline is tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Time here in the Central Time Zone, 4 p.m. in the Eastern Time Zone. Also, it is the Minnesota Twins up 2-1. That's in the top of the 7. Also going into the 7 is the Pirates up 7-2. Also, it is the Mariners up 4-0, bottom 4. Also, it is the Mets up 1-0, top 4. Also, Cubs up 1-0, going into the 4th. Also, it is Blue Jays up 2-0. Also, it is the Dodgers up 5-0. So that is the games going on later on this evening. You will have the Angels and Detroit Tigers at 9:07 Central. Also at 9:07 Central will be the A's and the Milwaukee Brewers. We'll show you the standings before we head on out of here tonight. Okay, the standings as of right now. Yankees still have the comfortable lead in the East. Also, the Boston Red Sox are 9 games out. 9 games out of the lead, but also 1 game out of the wild card. Also, Toronto is they're not that good this year. So we'll show you the wild card in just a second. Also, we'll just show you the Minnesota Twins right now, and also Cleveland. I'm gonna tell you, those two are gonna be the ones that's gonna be fighting for that AL Central. I don't see the Chicago White Sox. I don't see the none of those other teams down there gonna fight Minnesota for the Central. Now in the West, we'll go to the Western Division. The Houston Astros are 68-39. Also, Oakland is 8 games out of the division lead for the West, but they're still going to most likely be a wild card team when it's all said and done. Now, the Atlanta Braves on the east side of the National League has a comfortable advantage, but right now Washington's 4 games behind, so they most likely will. Hopefully, they will catch up, but I'm pretty sure Atlanta will get this division outright. It's going to be a battle, but it will come down to Atlanta. Now, the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals are tied for the lead at 56-49 on the season. So that's the 2 teams. Also, Milwaukee is in 3rd place, so they're 1 game out of the Central Division. Also, the LA Dodgers are, 2 games losing streak, but they still have a comfortable advantage. San Francisco is 14 games out of the division. So let's go ahead and give you the wild card as of right now. Let's go ahead and give you the wild card. I'm going to switch it over. Okay, Cleveland right now is 3 games ahead. Oakland is has slight advantage, so they probably going to be in the wild card. Also, Tampa Bay 0.5 games out. Also, Boston is 1 game out. So Boston's going to have to win in order to get a wild card berth. I'm pretty sure they will, but they're going to have to get their pitching in order during the trade deadline period. So also the Los Angeles Angels are 5 out. The Texas Rangers are 6 out. Now in the National League, this is going to be a wild race right here to the finish. The Washington Nationals are just about plus 0.5. So if they get in, they're going to be most likely the 3rd team in, and then your last team most likely will be in. Will be probably, I'd say, Philly and most likely Milwaukee. So they're 1 game out of that wild card lead. So 1 game out. And also San Francisco, most likely. I could pretty sure if they knock it down to maybe 1 game, they will most likely will make those runs right there. Also, Arizona. Arizona is 4 games out. So this is going to be a race to the end for the wild card in the National League. So that is the standings. We'll go ahead and shut down for this evening. Thanks to viewers coming in. We appreciate you. So go ahead and switch this over. Okay, this concludes tonight's Sports Talk. Sports Time New Orleans Sports Podcast for Tuesday, July 30th. We'll be back tomorrow with Sports Talk with Carrie Wiemeyer show. That will be early in the morning, probably 11 or most likely 7. So we'll be on whatever time. If you're in the Pacific time zone, we'll be on at maybe 9 or something like that. Or if we're on at night, we'll probably be on about 5 in the evening over there in the Pacific time zone. So we will be on as well. As always, like, share, and subscribe. It's always important. Share with your friends this video. Sports Talk with Carrie Wiemeyer. That's Sports Talk with Carrie Wiemeyer. On Facebook, Periscope, Facebook, WordPress, Instagram, Tumblr, and Reddit. You can always email me at carrie.wiemeyer@yahoo.com. Also, my social media addresses is on your screen. Facebook.com is the personal page. It's facebook.com/carrie.wiemeyer. That's the number 75. Also, Instagram, you can follow me there at Sports Talk, at Sports_Talk 2505. Also, you can follow me on the WordPress side. That's Sports Talk 78.sport.blog. Also, you can follow me on the on my Facebook Sports Talk with Carrie Wiemeyer fan page. That is KLW782540. That's KLW782540. I'm gonna say it real slow for everybody. So if also you can follow me on Tumblr. That's tumblr.com/blog. Also /Sports Talk 78. So we will be back on once again tomorrow. Everybody have a good rest of your Tuesday evening. So we're going to be back on tomorrow. We will have, once again, the Saints don't have training camp tomorrow. We'll have the Tulane Media Day special. It will be on here. It will be streaming. So we'll have it for everybody tomorrow. So everybody, once again, have a good and safe rest of your Tuesday evening. And we'll be back tomorrow. Everybody have a good